Hello and welcome to this week's Take 5s. My name is Josh, for those of you who don't know me, and today we are going to, and this week in fact, we are going to be looking at the topic of God's grace. It is such an amazing and profound topic, and I'm so looking forward to looking into what the Bible says about God's grace with you guys this week. And to start us off, we are looking at our need for God's grace, and we're looking at Romans chapter 7, and we see this most clearly in the second half of Romans chapter 7. And I'm just going to read a small extract from Romans chapter 7 before we unpack that a bit for the rest of this video. So it says this in Romans chapter 7: "For we know that the law is spiritual, but I am of the flesh, sold under sin. For I do not understand my own actions, for I do not do what I want, but I do the very thing I hate. Now if I do what I do not want, I agree with the law, and that is good. So now it is no longer I who do it, but sin that dwells within me. For I know that nothing good dwells in me, that is, in my flesh." That's a crazy statement right there, and we'll come back to it. "For I have the desire to do what is right, but not the ability to carry it out. For I do not do the good I want, but the evil I do not want is what I keep on doing. Now if I do what I do not want, it is no longer I who do it, but sin that dwells within me." See, Paul is writing this from a perspective of after grace. He's coming from a perspective that grace has already impacted his life. But even still, he acknowledges two powerful statements. The first is that we have been sold under sin. We have been sold to sin. Sin now is our masters. And the second thing he says is, nothing good dwells in me. Nothing good dwells in us. Nothing good dwells in us. We have been completely sold under sin. And we can see this. Not only does scripture say this, but we can see this in the world around us. All you need to look at is the current wars going on between Israel and Palestine, Ukraine and Russia, even the Epstein documents that were released at the beginning of this year, and the atrocities that were detailed within them, and the people from every area of society that was included in them. We can see that sin is everywhere. This is a world where sin is rampant. But what is sin? What is this thing that we've been sold under? In Ephesians, it states, everything that does not come from faith is sin. In short, everything, every little thing, even if it is a good act, if it does not come, or a seemingly good act, if it is a seemingly good act, if it does not come from faith, it is a sin. And so we can clearly see that before God's grace impacted our lives, before God's grace encountered us, we can clearly see that everything, even the things that we thought were good, even those things, as they did not come from this place of faith, which is a gift from God, even those things were sin. And as God is a holy God, he hates sin. He hates sin. Hates it. There is nothing more in his being that repulses him. He hates him because it does not bring glory to him. And as such, as he is a holy God, and as he is a just God, he must destroy all sin. And this is the reason why we need God's grace. So I want to encourage you guys, go out today, spend today repenting from the sins that you have been doing. Like Paul, you may be saying, I don't do what I want to do, and I do what I don't want to do. So for those things that you do not want to do, I certainly have a vast list of those. Let us spend today repenting before God, turning away from those things and turning our eyes towards our heavenly, graceful, merciful, loving Father who did not leave us in this place of sin. Sorry to add maybe a bit more to the Monday blues, but there is more hope to come in the coming days throughout this week, and we will see that tomorrow when you come back. So I will see you guys tomorrow.